54 Mike.
They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come off the ball. Check 26, check 26.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. Ingram's got the first down and more, and finally brought down at the 43. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go.
They run from the pistol with Ingram. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Here's Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Hill. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, Hill. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
57. It's our time. It's our time, guys. This ain't alpha. 57. Mike, 57.
Now Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80!
That's the way. 48 to Mike. I got you. I got you.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season. Really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington.
57.
On first down, here's Breida. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Bravo!
From the 35 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 12, 12.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning the flag. Don't get nervous. Hey, alert 3. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Get hot.
Out.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
#21.
6-0 our score after 1.
Mike, here we go. 180! 21. 2.
Check 2. Check hot. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Check 3. 48 to Mike. Let's go, defense.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Snead's got it. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
You got nothing.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take it.
And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Ingram. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I got it. Check. Slam.
It's a give to the right. Ingram. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Switch gears.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
Boy, oh boy, how close were they to getting themselves a lead. That couldn't have missed by much. It definitely had the accuracy. It just sort of ran out of steam right at the end.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Eluding the pressure right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Eli Harrell showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
21. Here we go. Hey, wahoo!
Mike, 48.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former fifth-round pick. Actually, I remember that game, December, against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end. Now a toss play. It's Breida. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Tight down. There you go.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Ready? Mike, 57. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson steps away to his left. And an alley to run. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Mike, 54. Watch twist. Watch the ship.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we?
It's a foot race. The 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Paris Campbell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Flush to his right, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They go play action now. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Jackson now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Ready. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch the slack. Mike 5-4.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I'm trying to collect. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Now it's Ingram. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Go to base. 54 Mike. Hey, get in the weight room.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Hey, check right, check right. I can't believe they let you play.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson got him in. It's Brown. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
Here's Jackson to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Jackson from the shotgun. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Go. Hey, Haywood. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
21.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Topper! Hey, Orbit! 11.
Garoppolo now. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, 49ers.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
25, check 25. 11. Watch the safety creep.
They'll toss it to Breida. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On 2nd down, Hurd. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Here we go. Ready?
Get ready.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Ravens' 40-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, alert.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Here we go. Hey, Charlie. Okay, just like that. Just like that.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. It's caught at the 10. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
21.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And incomplete. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
White. 48 to Mike. 48 Mike. And let's pin the mirrors back.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Tighten up. Pull together. Undercrunch. Check 13.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Check nickel. Check Mike 54.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson, man open left side is Brown. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
It's a party now. It's a party.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now after the loss, they come up 2nd and 11 from the 19-yard line. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Jackson. And that will be incomplete. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here comes Pettis on the return. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. 180. Let's go. Good track. Check three. 11. Watch the eye. Deuce.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here we go. 180. Silver. 1, Omaha. 57 to Mike. He's checking. 21. Go. 11. 57's the Mike. Watch 57.
From the 45 on second down, Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Ready? 54, right? 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. I got one.
From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Slam.
Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Mike, here we go. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. On the return is Pettis. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a toss right side for Breida. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
21. Here we go.
This is Breida. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here we go.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
57 for Mike. 57 for Mike. Lock. Let's go, Dean. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. No. 36. 13. 10.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do When we have the opportunity, they've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Jackson to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
At the 40-yard line. Today's final score.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for San Francisco, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.